Record. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, I kind of just recorded a video that kind of just went nowhere. I don't know if I'm going to upload it. It was about smartphone addiction. I went on a random tangent about other things that weren't about smartphone addiction, but I will say this. Put down the phone. Do something else. Today I kind of, I kind of just want to, talk about the state of gaming and kind of just, my perspective on gaming, I guess, as a whole. Oh, I didn't even know Ultra Realism did this to your scope. That's wild. Oh, that's so wild. And then if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, this is Ultra Realism. It's a custom mutation that was originally part of, I think it was going to be originally part of the game, but it was never released, and I'll put it in the description. The Valve's Lost Mutation Pack, I'll put that in the description. That's the only thing I put in the description, though. So in terms of mods, cause I'm tired of listing my mods. But anyway, I kinda wanna do a talk about I wanna talk about gaming. I wanna talk about the state of gaming and just where I come from and just kinda just share my opinions and stuff. I don't really know where to stand, so I'm just gonna stand right here. Nah, I'll stand I'll stand right here. Yeah, I wanna just talk about just gaming as a whole. I love video games. Video games have been part of my life for pretty much my entire life. Yeah, I came out of the womb, I was playing Pokemon, pretty much. Um, but I just want to talk about some of my favorite franchises and what is going on. To be honest, I think I'll start with the one I'm most passionate about, Pokemon. Um, I don't know what's going on with Pokemon nowadays. I really just don't. I really don't know what's going on with Pokemon. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go. Boom. I'm just gonna walk around the map. I don't know what is going on with Pokemon, and it's just, I grew up playing Fire Red, Pokemon Gold, Emerald, and Diamond when I was a kid. And then I got Platinum, Heart Gold, Pokemon White, White 2, etc., etc. Um, yeah, I don't really the games that we're getting nowadays. It's mainly from the main franchise. Any side games that we're getting, they're pretty cool. Like the Mystery Dungeon that we got a few years ago, that one was pretty cool. Pokemon Snap was also the sequel. Is Pokemon Snap 2? I don't know what it's called, but that game looks absolutely great for the Nintendo Switch. What I want to know is the main franchise, the main series of games for Pokemon has been going downhill. A lot of people said it's been going downhill since we moved to 3D. Personally, I think it went downhill when we got onto the Switch. I think the Switch games are absolutely just terrible, except with the exception of two. That being the Let's Go games and the Legends Arceus. I would also put BDSP, but honestly, Platinum is just so much better. There's no point in playing BDSP, even if the music's pretty good. Um, I like Platinum a lot more. It's just it's really just sad to see the state of one of my favorite franchises of all time being Pokemon just going absolutely downhill with no content to these games, and there's just absolutely no content whatsoever. And what is going on? A lot of people are saying that Scarlet and Violet are great games underneath all the bugs and the glitches that the game launched with. I'd argue that there's nothing to do in this game besides the main story and Terror raids, which I don't really care. It's just Gigantamax raids, but it's just on a different gimmick. There's nothing to do in the post game besides the usual shiny hunting, competitive Pokemon, and completing the decks, getting all the TMs and stuff like that. That's pretty normal for every Pokemon game. I want something that's unique to this game. And all we got is a damn tournament that's good for level grinding, but that's it. There's no new areas to explore, there's no dungeons in the game, you can't even enter houses and talk to NPCs. And people are saying that this game's great underneath all the bugs and the glitches. No, there's nothing to do in this game. This game was clearly rushed from the very beginning. It's like they worked on it for the year, and they just said, "Hey, let's just release it for $60." I think it released, yeah, $60, and the DLC, the actual post game content, for $35. I'm not paying $35 for stuff that should have been in the main game after I complete the main story. And I kind of liked the main story as much as I miss having an evil team. As much as I miss having an evil team, I mean, Team Star, whatever the heck they're called, I didn't really care for them, to be honest. Uh, they were just bullied kids coming together, you know. I mean, if the whole focus is the school, it kind of makes sense. So, I guess I'm not gonna knock it for that. But it's just like, I don't even know where I was going with this. Where the heck was I going with this? But yeah, like, okay, there's no content in this game besides like the terror raids and the tournament. There's nothing else to do nothing else new that's new to the game. Oh, but you can shiny hunts, you could do all these things. Yeah, with like the worst animations I've ever seen in a video game. And do not get me started on the performance. They have not fixed the performance. The game runs at like 20 FPS and below. I don't understand how people are playing this game constantly. Maybe the competitive side I could see, you know, because this is the new game for the new competitive scene. Shiny Hunters, I feel bad for you for doing the Masuda method, because let me tell you, getting eggs in this game is terrible. I haven't touched Scarlet and Violet since I finished the game, and that was like months ago. That was early this year, that was months ago. The Switch is in my closet right now, because I don't really play my Switch anymore. But it's just sad to see that the Pokemon franchise has just been going downhill. Like, at least like with Gen 6 and 7, we at least had content to the game. And I actually really liked 6 and 7, especially Gen 6. Like, Gen 6 was really cool. I like Gen 6. The Hoenn remakes are the most beautiful games I think we've ever gotten. Ow. They are the most beautiful games, at least on the 3DS, in my eyes. And it's packed to the brim with just stuff to do. I know we don't have the Battle Frontier. I know it's been many, many years. But you know, there's still plenty. I still hop on Alpha Sapphire just so I can do like the Mirage Islands. I connect online. The PSS system is amazing. You know, we had like this, like even like there's just nothing to do in Scarlet and Violet, and I hate that people are just defending the game. I mean, if people are having fun, I know I'm gonna contradict myself by saying this. If people are having fun, I don't want to be there and be like, oh, stop having fun. If you're having fun with the game, go ahead and keep playing it, you know. That's your thing. My thing, I've been a fan for like over 10 years. Scarlet and Violet, we deserve better as fans. You know, like I want a post game where I get to visit like new areas, new dungeons to explore. I'm not asking for Breath of the Wild because that's what the community wanted. They want Breath of the Wild style things for Pokemon, and it's just, I want Pokemon to be its own thing, their its own entity. I don't want it to be a, was that truck door always closed? I know it's open in the passing, right? Anyway, like, the fact that like the fact that the community wanted a Breath of the Wild style Pokemon game for so many years, and then when we actually got it, people were still knocking on it. I mean, Legends Arceus, I think is probably the best Pokemon game on the Switch. It's way better than Scarlet and Violet. Like, gameplay wise, it's amazing. But I don't want like, I kind of want a modern Pokemon game to use Legends Arceus controls and gameplay style. Like, I think a Pokemon game like that would literally be like the best Pokemon game. And it has to be filled with content. I don't want another tournament. I don't want just a battle tower. Give me like something, you know. Give me new areas to explore. Maybe like more battle facilities than just a battle tower. It's the year 2023. The fact that Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black and White, Black 2 and White 2, and even, okay, well, I don't know about Emerald. Emerald just had the Battle Frontier, but Fire Red and Leaf Green had the Sevi Islands. I can make a whole nother video about how much I fucking love the Sevi Islands. I love the Sevi Islands. The Sevi Islands are so underrated. The fact that they only got mentioned once in Legends Arceus. We need more Sevi Islands lovers, I guess. I should make a fan club just dedicated to the Sevi Islands. It's a small set of islands, yeah, but they gave me content. They gave me content and stuff to explore, new Pokemon to get. Like, you know, it's just, well, I mean Johto Pokemon, but you know, it's just, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's amazing. Emerald had a whole battle frontier, a whole new place just for battling and just different styles and stuff. I mean, it wasn't perfect. I mean, the Battle Palace is a special place in hell, but you know what I mean? Like, there was amazing content in these older games, and yeah, these older games, they still had issues. They're not perfect, but they're so much fun to play, you know? Creating different teams, you know, playing it in different ways, like, it's just, I don't like where the modern Pokemon's heading, man. I mean, the National Dex, to be honest, I kind of had a feeling that the National Dex was always going to be a problem with future Pokemon games, especially now since we're in the 3D, because, you know, that takes, you know, that's a lot of Pokemon to, like, that's a lot of 3D models for a game, and I had a feeling that, yeah, we were going to get it cut short anyway for that. And it's just like, okay, well, I don't know. It's just, as a Pokemon fan, I'm just really disappointed with how modern Pokemon is right now, and it's just rushing out games. Literally, the 8th gym in Scarlet and Violet is just a Pokemon gas station and a gym. That is it. There is no towns. There's nothing. There's no towns. There's no city for it. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing for it. They just slapped a gym on top of a mountain and be like, yeah, this is your 8th gym leader. There's nothing to it. And people are saying, the community's like, oh, this game's amazing. This game sucks. The game sucks. There's no content. There's no content. I'm only making a rant. I'm only just making this as a ranting video. You know, again, if you like the game and you're having fun, I'm not gonna stop you. Keep having fun. Do what makes you happy. I just want to get my thoughts and opinions out there. And you know, as a Pokemon fan for so many years, it's oh my god, like there's no content to this game. You can't enter buildings. You can't just walk up to an NPC and press A. Why? I shouldn't even be ranting about that. NPCs, they just disappear. They vaporize, you know, and they 2 FPS when you're like far away from them. And it's just like, what is going on? What is going on, dude? What is going on? Oh man. I mean, it's great to get my feelings out there though. Like, I actually feel a lot better just getting this rant out here. It's just, oh my god. I know I should be playing a Pokemon game while I just realized I should probably be playing a Pokemon game while I'm ranting about this, but I just wanted to hop on some Left 4 Dead today because I love this game. I love this game to death. This game's a masterpiece. It's amazing. The modding community for this game is absolutely amazing. I just wanted to get that side thing out of here. I just wanted to say that. Anyway, there's just no content for Scarlet and Violet. And don't get me started on DLC. I did buy Sword and Shield DLC, and I did have fun with it. I'm a hypocrite. I admit, I am a goddamn hypocrite. You know, but I am not buying the Scarlet and Violet DLC because I think it's just dumb how there's just no content in this game. There's nothing to do. There's no incentive to come back. Why would I ever want to come back to a game that runs at like 20 FPS? I can hop on Gen 3, it runs at 60 FPS. I mean, even though FPS doesn't really matter in Pokemon games. But still, like, this is a console game. The Switch hardware is a lot better than, like, you know, what Scarlet and Violet let it on to be. Like, there's so many great games, first-party games with the Switch. But I know Pokemon isn't really associated with, I mean, they are associated with Nintendo, but not like, it's not like a first party to Nintendo. but they're still in the Nintendo family. It's just like, oh my god, dude, like, I don't even know what's going on with Pokemon anymore. I love Pokemon forever and ever in my heart, but modern Pokemon is just, it's just going downhill. I should probably move on with my life, to be honest. I feel like that'd be like the smart choice of just moving on and just stick to the older games and just move on. Like, I don't want to be so negative towards the modern games, because the modern games, like, there are some positives, like, again, the competitive scene. It's easy to make a competitive team nowadays, and for the people that love competitive, that's awesome for them. And shiny hunting has never been easier. It's easy for them too. I mean, it still takes a while, but there's methods that, like, I mean, at least there's like a few new methods for Scarlet and Violet, I think. Maybe it's just a Masuda method. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with Scarlet and Violet stuff because I just don't care anymore. I don't really care. There's no content. There's no content. There's nothing to do in the game, and people are saying it's good. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm losing my mind, but it's good to get these rants out and just like upload it somewhere. I'm probably not gonna upload the smartphone addiction video that I recorded earlier, but I will upload this because this is something that I am passionate about. Pokemon. I'm passionate about Pokemon. This whole video was just based about Pokemon. um, man, it's just sad, It's just sad that the games are just being rushed out nowadays. It's not just Pokemon, but like so many games are just being rushed out. The whole mentality of, yeah, we'll just patch it later. It's what happened to gaming? What happened to gaming in general? Like, imagine if Left 4 Dead 2 came out today. Oh wait, Back 4 Blood, and th- and they ended that production really like after like a year, because the game just wasn't that good. At least for me, the only thing I did enjoy was the gunplay. I know that's pretty much what you do for Back 4 Blood, but if Turtle Rock actually made like a first-person shooter game that was like a simple team deathmatch style like multiplayer game, I think they would have had a really good game on their hands if they did it that way. Or maybe like a competitive game or something. I feel like they would have had at least a decent game on their hands, but they had to do the whole, creators of Left 4 Dead, thing. Nothing will ever beat Left 4 Dead 2 unless Valve releases Left 4 Dead 3 with workshop or support. They're never gonna do that. And honestly, I kind of don't want a Left 4 Dead 3. Left 4 Dead 2, I love and forever and ever. I love this game forever and ever. It's just older games are just so much better because there's so much love and passion to be put into these games, and it's just, at least I can go back to these older games and just appreciate like what we had back then. Appreciate the older games because the newer games are just absolutely terrible. Not every new game has been terrible. Like Elden Ring has been really good. Oh man. But I could probably talk about gaming as a general stance for another time. This video was just about Pokemon because I am very passionate about Pokemon, and like I don't want the series to go downhill. That's not what I'm saying. I just want games to take years. I want these games to be worked on and have content in them. I want to come back to these games every day like I do with the older games. I hop on White 2 every day to get my daily stuff. And I've been playing a White 2 and following along with Sugar Conroy's Let's Play. Shout out to him. He's absolutely amazing. One of the first YouTubers I fell in love with as a kid. Not like that, but like watching his content. And just I'm learning so much more about Black 2 and White 2. It's just insane how much they put in Black 2 and White 2. They literally are top dog S tier games, along with Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I think RS deserves to be in like A tier personally, because I think there's so much love put into Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It's crazy. The power of greed. The pot of greed. I don't know. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. I just wanted to make that reference. Anyway, I should probably end this video. It's 20 minutes long. This is just a rant video about Pokemon. I love Pokemon near dear to my heart, but my god, they really need to just start taking time to make these games. But I know the Pokemon company won't do that because, hey, where's our money? We need to meet our standards for the next quarter, so rush out that game with a whole new generation of Pokemon. And I do like the new Pokemon. I think every new generation of Pokemon is really cool. I like the new Pokemon. It's just that these games, they're just the whole region of Paldea. I didn't even get to talk about the Paldea region. I will say the Paldea region sucks. There's nothing. There's no dungeons. There's no iconic locations. You only got towns and a city. You got like a few cities, a few towns, and a big university. You're telling me the entirety of the region is based off of just one university? Shouldn't there be like multiple universities throughout like the region? Maybe like smaller scale, while the main ones, like the big, the big top dog, while there's others out there like that could just like they're smaller ones, so like they're different factions. I don't know. Paldea is a barren wasteland. There is nothing to do in these games, and the fact that people defend these games. Listen, again, if you're having fun with Scarlet and Violet, keep having fun. I'm not gonna knock you for it. Just keep having fun. Do what you want to do. Have fun with your friends, whatever. Just me personally, I won't be playing any future Pokemon games unless it's another Legends game. If it's another Legends game, I'll think about buying it. Even though like Legends does have its issues, I love the gameplay of Legends. I really wish we had more of that. Because Legends actually has a lot of content in it. Like there's a lot of like side quests you can do and a lot of rewards and the character customization. I didn't even get to talk about the character customization of Scarlet, but terrible. Legends though, absolutely amazing. Although I would like a Legend style game to be taking place in the modern era. Just something like that. Just fill the region with like dungeons and routes and the lore. Like it's just I don't know. Anyways, let me wrap it up here. I love this franchise. I love video games. It's just sad to see that some of my favorite franchises like Pokemon and Call of Duty have really fallen from grace. I didn't even get to talk about Call of Duty, but that's probably its own video because this video is just all about Pokemon. It's nice to get this rant out of my system, and you know, maybe I'll use this channel as like a diary or something, a diary of just rants, a diary of just rants. Not every day. I mean, I don't want my entire channel to be all negative. I want to make some positive videos too. Um, but yeah. Listen, I love Pokemon near dear to my heart. I just wish that we just had more love put in these games and not just rush them out for money and sales. And I think the whole release 2 games, I think we need to stop doing that too. I just release one game, fill it with content, and you know, you could still have in-game trades, but I feel like Pokemon needs to change. It really needs to change for the better in my eyes. It really needs to be uh, different. Anyway, I am Big Fellow Bubsy, and I am out. Peace.